Which news station do you most frequently watch?
I don't watch a lot of televised news. I've listened to NPR on the radio, but I don't watch a lot of televised news.
I don't really watch the news a whole lot, but I watch the Today Show, which is NBC.
I don't watch the news. I go on Slate, which is a website that compiles like the news that they pick from across.
As Ken's 5 Joe Conk reports, they haunt our high schools.
School's out at John Marshall High, but this could be any school. And with any school come the cliques too. Cheerleaders, nerds, jocks, and goth. But lately, we've tailed another group on and off campus, literally.
We're not.
Day-Kitten Wolfram Lupus is the unofficial leader of the pack at Brandeis High. He says he's got some wolf in him, howling sometimes to get out. Attention they have received. One of the wolf pack, whom many consider the alpha dog, received some international acclaim when a neighbor's dog went missing, only to have its skull found in the possession of one 18-year-old Wolfie Blackheart.
What does sensationalism in the media mean to you?
Really taking a story and building it way out of proportion to its actual importance.
I think it's when the media attached to a story that maybe doesn't quite deserve the publicity that it gets, because it's easy for them to over-dramatize it and then get reviews.
For St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
Can you give me your own personal thoughts on sensationalist news stories? How do you think this phenomenon affects the experience of the viewer and society at large?
News stories tend to give people a little bit of a twisted perception of reality almost. I think that making a story more than it is tends to kind of alter people's perceptions of world issues.
Understand, you've lost. Everyone you know and love, everyone, you will all die.
Let's finish this!
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff. I was looking at it a little bit this afternoon. It's a new role-playing video game that is leaving nothing to the imagination. Mass Effect is what it's called. It's made for Microsoft's Xbox system, and it features in some parts of this, you'll see full digital nudity. Imagine. And the ability for the players to engage in graphic sex. Cooper Lawrence is a psychology specialist, radio talk show host, and the author of the new book, The Cult of Perfection. And Jeff Keighley is a game expert with Spike TV. Welcome to both of you.
What do you think is going to happen to future generations? Like, how do you think their perception of the world is going to be affected due to media sensationalism, like their education, their thoughts about society at large, and how they relate to the world around them, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that, you know, it starts with, like, the history books that are being written, like, as we speak.
I mean, I think that we've had this trend of, like, continuing to increase the amount of media sensationalism. If that trend continues, eventually all of our news is going to be about the Olsen twins.
I suppose that sensationalism has affected my viewing in that really I just don't. So that I don't watch major news anymore.